Hi, I'm Linda Hafner, top producing realtor at ERAQ Realty in Central Mass. Today, we are talking about the 10 best places to live in Central Mass.
This map here is an overview of the entire state of Massachusetts. The pink central part are the 60 towns and city of Worcester that comprises Worcester County.
Side note, I want to point out about the 10 best places to live in Worcester County. This is not based on price of homes. I'm a realtor. I sell homes. All of the towns that I'm going to be talking about tend to be actually some of the priciest, probably the priciest in all of Central Mass. So these towns, they're the best places to live, but that's also why they are more expensive. So part of being the best place to live does not take into account the costs to live there. If you are thinking of moving to Central Mass, please check out the website niche.com. It has much more in-depth information that is really amazing. It'll blow you away. And I'm using a lot of the content from their website in today's video. So the 10th best place to live in Worcester County is Boylston. Let's take a look at why it was rated this way. So the overall grade that Boylston got was an A. Take a look at all the different ratings for the public schools, the housing, whether it's good for families. It got a B+ for jobs, cost of living B-.
The way this is broken down will really help you make your decision on what the best place is for you to live. With a population of about 4,600, it's probably one of the smallest towns, and all the reviews reflect that, saying what a beautiful town, excellent schools, the people are amazing, but it is a small town.
Let's look at the 9th best place to live in Worcester County. That would be Paxton. A lot of things got A's. That was public schools, housing, good for families, outdoor activities, and not a very good nightlife or weather, which is to be expected. There's a population of about 4,900 people. It's a pretty small town.
The reviews I've read of Paxton, there are 25 of them, pretty much say what I would consider of the town, which is that it's upper middle class. There's very little to do. I mean, I think they have like one breakfast place. So if you want to go nearby, you'd have to go to Worcester to do anything, really. But it is a very safe, small town.
Number 8 on the list of best places to live in Worcester County is Holden. Holden has a population of about 19,000, so it's quite a bit bigger than some of the other towns, but I know their school system is amazing. People rave about it all the time, and I know lots of buyers I work with are always talking about the public schools in Holden and wanting to live in that town because of the schools. I think a lot of people who do not have children do not realize how much of an impact the school system has on what the best places to live are, what the resale value is, things like that. So keep that in mind. Most of the towns that we're talking about in this 10 best places to live is definitely discussing the schools. Number 7 on the top best places to live in Worcester County would be Upton. Upton is a very small town. It's actually the town I grew up in. And there's a population of maybe like 7,800 people.
Upton has great access to Route 495 and Mass Pike, which leads quickly to Boston in about an hour, which is great for commuters. But as far as grocery stores, Walmarts, anything like that, any nightlife, there really is almost none. The reviews talk about the great schools, but also the fact that there's only 3 restaurants, 1 coffee shop, 2 parks, 1 bar. So the nightlife rating by niche is way off.
6th best place to live is Bolton.
On the map, you'll notice Bolton is in the part of Central Mass that is a bit closer to Boston, which makes this town a shorter and easier commute than other towns in Central Mass. With a population of a little over 5,200, this town is exceptionally small, but has an A+ rating for its public schools and for family life. Not great scores for diversity, weather, and nightlife. Only 4 reviews, probably because it's so small, but they mostly talk about what a small town feel with very few businesses, but big backyards, woods, and animals, including small farms.
The 5th best place to live in Worcester County, Central Mass, is Southborough. Southborough is amazing. What a wonderful, wonderful neighborhood feel. It just has a vibe all its own. I don't even know how to describe it. You would really have to drive through the town to get a feel for it.
Southborough is definitely a town for the wealthier. You can see the cost of living gets a C+ because the housing is very expensive. The houses are very large, but the neighborhoods are beautiful. The reviews talk about it being a wealthy, quiet town with the center of town being almost non-existent. So you really need to go to Marlborough or Westborough on weekends for shopping or dining out.
The 4th best place to live in Central Mass and Worcester County is Harvard.
Harvard is just on the edge of Metro West Boston, north of Bolton, with another rural field town with a population of about 6,500. Community has low crime, great schools, excellent place for family and outdoor activities with a good commute location to Boston. Harvard has 14 4-star average reviews that talk about how very small this town is, which makes it a pro and also a con at the same time because there are limited town services, but multiple apple orchards, horse properties, and beautiful town beach. The reviews talk about the inconveniences of not even having a hardware store or a grocery store.
So we are getting to the top 3 best places to live in Central Mass. And number 3 coming in is Northborough.
You can see Northborough is right on the edge of Metro West Boston. Northborough is a little bit larger with a population of over 15,000 people. The overall grade in Northborough is an A+ for public schools, great for families, A- for jobs and outdoor activities, low crime. It is a little bit more expensive, but the town receives 33 reviews for a total of 4 average stars. And they talk about the great schools, the great family feel to the town, not a lot of nightlife, but lots of family-friendly events, and it's a perfect distance from Boston and super close to Worcester. It's considered one of the top 3 because of its proximity to so many stores and places to shop as well.
So the number 2 spot of best places to live in Central Mass goes to Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury is right next to Worcester, which is the 2nd largest city in the state, but also only a 50-minute drive to Boston. Niche.com has 64 reviews for a total average of 4 stars, A+ overall grade. Public schools are great. It's good for families. There's very good diversity, nightlife, outdoor activities. It's a very well-rounded town with many shops, restaurants, and activities. Shrewsbury has a very large population of over 37,000 people. It's definitely more of a dense, bustling suburb. The reviews talk about great school systems, good job opportunities, outdoor activities, including rowing on Lake Quinsigamond. Nightlife, yet still heavily focused on families with low crime. All the reviews talk about how wonderful the location it is and how close to everything it is.
Drum roll, please. Can we get the number 1 place to live in Worcester County, Central Massachusetts? It is Westborough.
Westborough has an amazing location, only 20 to 30 minutes from Worcester and 40 or 45 minutes from Boston. Westborough has a small town feel, but actually has a population of over 19,000. Of course, great schools, great for families, very good for jobs, outdoor activities. It has low crime, good diversity, and also has many things to see and do while being close to so much in Worcester, Boston, Marlborough, Framingham. The reviews talk about loving the town center and the little shops, the amazing restaurants around town. They talk about the best ice cream at Ullman's, friendly people, low crime, and lots of outdoor activities.
Thanks for being here. I really enjoyed breaking down the 10 best places to live in Central Mass, Worcester County for you. If you're thinking of relocating here or know someone else who is, by all means, please reach out to me. I'd love to help.